and increases engagement. So the innovation, when you think about the car driver on that street on the slide before, they would have to think of an alternative to get to the other end of the street. And that is innovation. It's when you're challenged to think differently to find solutions for all the users. Because, like I said before, you cannot move those buildings apart. You have to think about an alternative route. And also increase engagement. So if you think about captions, when you're watching a video on Facebook and you're in a public place, are you likely to have the volume up or the captions on? I tend to have the captions on. So that gives increased engagement because people are less likely to be put off from engaging with your content. And it's well known that there's many times on your mobile you do not want people outside of your inner circle to hear what you're doing. Like, for instance, sleeping children. You want them to stay sleeping. Or if you're watching something a bit more adult than your children, then you might put the captions on so that they don't hear anything you don't want them to. And there has been a few statistics bandied about, but 80% of people are more likely to watch a video all the way through if it has captions. So accessibility benefits everyone. It's not just about people that are permanently disabled. So when you look at this image on this slide, you've got the Microsoft Inclusive Design Toolkit, which shows permanent, temporary, and situational impairment. So permanent is something that will not change. So, for instance, hearing, when you're deaf, you'll never hear, but you might have an ear infection, which means your hearing is not quite as good. But you should hopefully recover from that ear infection. Or a bartender who, in the situation of a noisy bar, cannot hear things. So in those cases, you might have an application where you can order drinks through your mobile app, which means the bartender doesn't have to hear an order, and they'll more likely get your order correct.